it just flows, right? I have no sense of direction. Never do I ever go into a canvas or a piece thinking like this is how I want it to look. It just happens. It just comes out that way. I've literally just fixed myself on an emotion that I'm willing to share, right, on a canvas, and then I just go with it. My artwork really comes from like memories, experiences, feelings, right? Like as a person, as an individual, like my childhood growing up was very challenging, and I'm sure everyone's is in their own way, right? But went through like a lot of hard times, a lot of struggles, and I think that like in hindsight, I really wanted to like capture me as like a person, but also like sort of my experiences like in life. You know, I'm 22 years old, and I'm given this opportunity to have my first show, and I'm now in California, and I moved out here, and you know, off of faith and pursuing like my master's degree, and that's not something I ever like expected. It's kind of powerful, like really thinking about that, you know, like it's just paint and color for some people, but then for me, when I made it, and then other people see it, it's like, whoa, you fell, I fell? That's cool. It's almost like a come to like circle, like feeling that and seeing that. I think people will respond to my art based off like how they view art, like what they view art to be, right? Contemporary art is the sort of platform that I work in, right? And then beyond that is abstract art. So when people see my work, it really just depends on the person who's viewing it. And then if the person who's viewing it likes colors, if they like the chaos behind it, if they get the chance to know me, they're most likely stepping out and get a chance to know my art piece a little bit better, you know? But if you venture out, I think, in anything, you could find interest in, or you open up the opportunity to learn more. I'm struggling with this wind, dude. I'm stuck. You guys don't have to talk. I'm just talking out loud. I was just really like frustrated with the original piece. I want every piece I make to be somewhat thought, emotion, feeling of me, you know? It didn't grasp that, and so I went back and covered it in black because I was like, well, this is gonna show a part of me for sure because I'm frustrated, and yeah, I don't know. I just did it with hope that I could show like a different side of me. Maybe it's just like an emotion like in the moment, and then getting to reflect on that too, and just looking back about like the process, like just like, man, that was actually really cool. I always like don't like my paintings at first, but then later I go back and I just stare at them until I figure out what I was like feeling when I had own them. Then they become like mine. Does that make sense? It's like giving them some contact. Yeah. Come on, you gotta capture the moment. Yeah, I love it.
I take this with me everywhere.
That's great.
You know how like people bring like cups? No, that's not Miss Leo.
Okay.
So I went to Laguna Beach one random day with my friend, and we just wanted to like explore, have fun, go to the beach. But then I came across Miss Terri Leo's gallery, and she was in there. And so I started talking to her. She was really nice. We had a good conversation. I told her, I was like, if you ever have like an opening of an artist, or like you ever need to fill a spot like in the gallery with like somebody else's artwork, like please let me know. Like I'm trying to like branch out and like share my artwork too. And she was like, actually, yeah. Do you want to have your own show? And I was like, oh snap, she's serious. And then she encouraged me to do it on an art walk night, and it really just like worked out. She just wanted to do that for me for whatever reason. Like she said that God really spoke in her heart, and if it wasn't for that, man, I would probably just be still searching around. My mom, growing up, she always wanted to be an artist, and like unfortunately, like her childhood was, her parents weren't as supportive in like her pursuing her dreams as much as my mom has been for me. And so to be in an art show and like have my own art displayed in it as a solo show, like she's beyond like excited and like happy for me.
That's so sick.
And so for her to be here and then get to see me, like her daughter, do it, like something that she wanted to do, like even her coming was like, I mean, that whole situation is like, my family's like really tight in money, and she did it anyways, so that's.
Flying in from Texas.
So it's cool for her to be here, and I'm like still speechless about it.
Her whole life, like growing up when she was a kid, like when, in her youth, right? Her parents always told her that she couldn't do it, that she wasn't talented enough, she didn't have the skills, she wasn't smart enough. I was very fortunate to where my mom was like, you can do anything you work for, okay? That's just the way it is. You get what you work for. And that was what I was raised on, right? And so I'm here in the art gallery with my mom, and I've worked so hard, months to get to this show, and then to have my mom there. As soon as she walked in and started signing the guest book, I was just like, oh. It was like her childhood dream, but she got to see it like happen. And though it wasn't her, she's so proud because like at least a part of her has this passion the same way she did, and it gets to like be lived out. And she just is like full on like, I'm so proud of you for not listening to all the people who may have not supported your artwork or told you that you couldn't do it or all of these other things, right? Because you did it, you did the dang thing. I was assuming that something was gonna go wrong at some point on my opening day, I'm not gonna lie. And nothing ever did. Like, my friends were there, people came to support me, they made the drive. I met a lot of strangers, people from different communities, and it was like unbelievable. Even now, like, there is not one thing I would change about that experience. All the people I got to meet, the stories I got to hear, the opportunities that are coming from this, like, I mean, there's not one thing. Not one single thing at all.